Going to talk about of English tenses. Present simple.
We use present simple to express habits, routines, situations, actions, and emotions. In the positive form, we use first subject, then verb, and with I, you, they, and we use normal verb, but in she, he, and it, in the verb we use with s at the end of the verb. And negative form we use first subject, then done and doesn't, plus verb in normal form. With I, you, they, and we use don't plus normal verb. And in she, he, and it, we use doesn't and normal verb. Finally, in interrogative form, we use first do or does plus subject and finally verb. We use do for I, you, they, and we. For example, do you play video games? And does for she, he, and it. For example, does she play video games?
Present continuous.
We use present continuous for actions on situation at the moment. For positive form, we use first subject, then verb to be, and the verb is with ing. For example, in I we use am, in they you we use are, and he she it we use is. In negative form, first is subject, then I am not, are not, and is not, plus verb in ing, like I am not singing, for example, and they aren't singing, and he she it isn't. For interrogative form, we use first and verb to be plus subject, then verb with ing. For example, am I, are you, is she singing?
Past simple.
We use past simple to talk about the past and for action that started and finished in the past. For positive form, we use first subject, then verb. Exist regular and irregular verbs. For example, for I, they, you, and we can say played with regular verb, but for he, she, and it, we can use irregular verb that bug. And for negative form, first is subject, then we use didn't, that is did not, plus verb. For example, for I, you, they, and we can say didn't play last night, or she, he, and it did not buy a new phone. Finally, for interrogative form, we use first did plus subject, then verb. For example, did you play last night?
Past continuous.
We use past continuous for tenses of be with the ing. Sometimes to talk about past and include for sometimes which continued before and after another action. And finally, particular situations and situations that was happening again and again. For positive form, we use first subject plus was or were, verb ing. For example, for I, you, they, and we should use were. and the verb in ing. For example, playing. And for she, he, and it, we use was and playing. For negative form, we use first subject plus wasn't and weren't plus verb in ing too. For example, for I, you, they, and we should use weren't, that's equal were not, playing, and she, he, and it wasn't, that it is equal to was not, playing. Finally, for interrogative form, we use first were and was plus subject, then verb in ing. For example, were you playing, or was she playing?
Future simple.
We use future simple for promises, for voluntary actions, for predictions, and for a positive form, we use subject plus will and verb. For example, for I, you, he, she, it, include we and they, we use will and plus a verb like arrive late. For negative form, we use first subject plus will not, that is equal for want, plus a verb, for example, with I, you, he, she, it, include we and they. We can say want or will not eat pizza. And finally, for interrogative forms, we use first will, then subject, and at the end verb. For example, will with I, you, she, he, it, they, and we go a party.
Future going to.
We use going to for plans, predictions too. For example, in positive forms, we use first subject plus verb to be plus going to, and at the end verb. For example, with I, we use am. With you, they, and we use are. And with she, he, and it, we use is. And all is with going to plus a simple verb like buy a phone, go a party, or arrive late. And for negative forms, we use first subject plus I am not, is not, or isn't, and aren't, that is equal for are not, plus going to, and at the end verb. For example, with I, we use am not. For you and they and we use aren't. And for she, he, and it, we use isn't with a simple verb like going to, with all, like any action like buy a phone, go a party, or arrive late. And finally, for interrogative forms, we use first verb to be plus subject and going to, and at the end we use verb. For example, we can say am I, are you, are they, or are we, and is she, or is he, or is it going to eat a pizza?